I am so excited because both Dermatology and Avene are having weekend summer sales, and they are both 25% off site-wide. So I thought I would create a little AM routine with some of my absolute favorites from both brands. Lots of these things, most of these things are things that I've already talked about a million times and you probably own. And so I thought I would just talk you through a really great summertime lightweight AM routine that is going to protect you with antioxidants. It's going to depuff and kind of cool down the skin, and then it's also going to, of course, protect your skin from the sun with a great SPF. So let's get right into it. The first thing that I do in the morning is I wash my skin. Now, a lot of people don't wash their face. That is totally okay. The reason why I like to wash my face is I like to do gua sha. Now, the next thing that I like to do in this particular morning routine is I like to use under eye patches. Now, I actually use under eye patches all the time and I love them. I tend to be someone, I've said this a gazillion times, I get puffy. And so I have been using for a while now the Drmtlgy under eye patches. This is actually something that I had sitting here for a long time before I ever even tried them, because they actually are a type of under eye patch that I usually just don't even consider. And they look like this. They look like they're going to slide right down your face. That's why I usually don't use these kind of under eye patches. But the ingredient deck is so amazing, and it's Drmtlgy, which I love Drmtlgy, that a while back I decided to just try them, of course, and they don't slide down your face at all. At all. They're wonderful. And if you keep them in the fridge, they actually are cooling. Now, there is, I think it's from 111 Skin, they have a cooling mask, and then they have a cooling under eye patch. I've tried the actual mask out. I can't remember what they call it. It's like Sub-Zero or something like that. And truly, it is so cooling on your skin that it's very, very refreshing in the morning. These are a fraction of that price, and if you keep them in the fridge, you get that cooling sensation, and they stay cool for a little while. What I like to do is I actually put them on in the morning, and then I use my ice globes over them. And the ice globes that I have they look like this, and they roll between your fingers, and this part is not stainless. So I'm able to just roll the stainless over the eye patch, and it's an incredible sensation. It is really, really nice. You're going to hear me talk about this all summer long. Now, you have to let this thaw just a touch before you do that, and you have to roll with your fingers like this over the eye patches. And of course, you can use any eye patch you want, but you have to roll. You can't rub, or else you will rub the eye patch off of your face. Have done it. And you have to let this thaw for just a second so it's a little bit slippy, and then it just rolls over that eye patch, giving the most wonderful under eye depuffing session. I've been doing that all the time because you get 60 eye patches in here. So you get a ton for your money. Okay, so after I do that, and I've been doing that, I do that almost every day because it just feels so good, and it really does take down the puffiness. I have lots and lots of ways that I work on lymphatic drainage and stuff. That's just one of them, but I love it. The ingredient deck, like I said in there, is absolutely amazing for brightening the under eyes. Now, the reason why I really love that in these particular patches is because you get 60 of them, so you can actually use them often enough for those ingredients to make a difference to that area. Often in under eye patches, the main thing that they're doing is they're doing a little depuffing, they're doing a little bit of hydrating, they're a really cool and nice experience. But a lot of times you use them so infrequently that it's not like those ingredients can do a ton for you because you're not consistent enough. I like these because there's enough of them that you can use them consistently to actually get benefit from the ingredient deck. Okay, so the next thing that I do, of course, I remove the eye patches, and then I go in with a serum in this particular AM routine. Now, I have been loving astaxanthin. That's one of the serums that I love. I also really love vitamin C. I use that, every few days. I cannot use vitamin C every day. I've said that for a long time. But I like to use an antioxidant serum in the morning, no matter what it is, because it's going to help to fend off all of the environmental things that are attacking our cells all day long in conjunction with UV rays. So I really am all about protection in the morning. The serum that I'm really excited about is the Retronel serum from Avene. It's a bakuchiol based serum, and bakuchiol is kind of thought to be a plant-based alternative to retinol. Now, what that means is obviously it's derived from seeds and leaves, and it acts in the skin a lot like retinol. So it helps to brighten the skin. It can help with hyperpigmentation. It also can help with fine lines, etc., because of collagen production. And then it's going to also help because it's hyaluronic acid based and it has niacinamide. It can help with your barrier function. It can also help with your pores because of the niacinamide in here. It's actually just a really fantastic combination of ingredients that are going to help with your barrier function. They're going to be great for sensitive skin. It has a photostable vitamin E in it, and vitamin E is an antioxidant. Bakuchiol is also an antioxidant. So I'm super duper excited about this one. Now I'm only using this one in the morning. Another thing that I do really like about Avene is that when you're on their site, they will actually tell you how long a product will last. And this one says that it will last, if you use it morning and night, it'll last 30 days. So it's not a long time. I mean, I will say that is not a long time. I only use it in the morning, so I feel like I'm going to get, a couple months out of this bottle, which that is more reasonable to me. So you have to kind of decide, but I love that they put that information out up front so you can make some good buying decisions for you. Now, at this point, you can either skip a moisturizer depending on your skin. For me, over the summer, a lightweight moisturizer is kind of a swap that I do for heavier moisturizers. So one of my favorites from Drmtlgy, and I've talked about this many times, is their water cream moisturizer. This is huge. It's 3.77 ounces and is exactly what it says. It's a very simple water cream. So it's in between those two. It's in between like a gel and a cream. So it's very lightweight. It soaks into the skin, hydrates and plumps, and makes your skin really soft without leaving you greasy or overly moisturized, which is really nice in the summertime. I mean, to me, lightweight layers are perfect in the summertime. Nobody wants to feel kind of heavy with a bunch of heavy creams on their skin. So this is wonderful. It's super duper affordable at 3.7 ounces. And then you get a discount on top of it. There's always a discount at Drmtlgy too. So if you miss the sale or this is just not the time for you, I always have my code PENN always gets 20% off on Drmtlgy. So you never actually pay the price that's listed. Okay, so then after that, of course, we're going to put on some sunscreen. And one of my all-time favorite sunscreens that I have talked about now, I don't know, I think it's been 3 or 4 years that I have talked about this. It's always in my favorites as far as sunscreens are concerned. Like it's always one of them, is the Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF of 46. The reason why I love this so much is because it is lightweight. It has niacinamide in it, so it has some of that vitamin B3, which I find to be just a really great addition to a sunscreen. I also love it for sensitive skin. I love this one for acne-prone skin. I just think it is fantastic if you are working on your barrier function. If you have larger pores, it's got a really silky texture that to me is almost like a beautiful primer. Now, in the summertime, I can actually get away with wearing this alone if I am just being cool with my hyperpigmentation and a little bit of my redness showing through. I can definitely wear this. It's super sheer, but it does ever so slightly even out my particular complexion. Now, I do find that it leaves no cast whatsoever, and I would say that I'm around an NC 20 to 25 most of the year. So I would say that if you are darker than like, I don't know, an NC 50, you might think that this is too light for you, but I do appreciate that it doesn't have that white cast. Now, I've said in the past that this is a really great dupe for the Elta MD, their UV Clear. I used that one for years. This one is a little bit lighter in color and otherwise reminds me so much of that. It's less expensive. It has that niacinamide. It's just a great dupe for that product. only I think that this one is slightly better personally. I actually think that the tone and everything is better than the L to MD. So at that point, I can just be done with my skincare in the morning, and I've done so many great things for my skin. I've depuffed, I've infused with all kinds of brightening, fantastic, hydrating ingredients that are going to help with my barrier function. I have put on some antioxidants, and I have nurtured my skin in a way that's going to help protect it from environmental stressors. And then, of course, I protected it with a sunscreen that's going to help protect me against UV. All of those things are insults to our collagen and are things that we want to really be constantly defending against. So I feel like it's the perfect lightweight, light layers, wonderfully protective summertime skincare routine. Let me know what you're doing for your AM routine these days. And let me know if you have any favorites that you think I should try. The Serum oil cleanser was actually a recommendation of one of yours to me on the last video, and I took your recommendation and ordered it. I believe you were also suggested to me the bar from Avene, the Serum bar, and love that one as well. I do hope that you are having a really wonderful day. I hope that you have a beautiful weekend, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.